Testing
Yeah,
one,
that's
two,
good.
three. Testing 1, 2, 3, guys. Yo, what's up? Welcome back to Vencabot Pizza and a Movie Action. My name is Dave. I'm joined tonight by my friend Henry. What's up, Henry?
Zup.
Yo, this is also known as Brother Nero FGC here on Twitch. Dude, tonight we're watching two movies in our spooky double feature. We are watching The Wasp Woman right about now, followed by, of course, a classic, Night of the Living Dead, George A. Romero. We're
Very
gonna start
excited
here.
for that one.
Dude, I'm so pumped, man. I haven't seen either of these films. Of course, you've seen the Night of the Living Dead like 1,000 times, right, Nero?
Oh, 1,000 times. I don't even know how many times I count.
But you told me you haven't seen The Wasp Woman yet.
No, I've not. This is, again, like, when it comes to Roger Corman films, it's like throwing, like, it's like looking for popcorn, like a very specific kernel of popcorn that you want. He's worked on so many movies I think he's touched or produced a movie for every single decade since the 50s.
Wow.
So 70 years worth of movies. He's either had like produced or co-wrote or associate produced or something. He's had something to do with some really, really like obscure movies. And he's been involved with pretty much like Hollywood elite from the 70s on. It's crazy.
Yeah, so here on the channel, we've watched a few Roger Corman films. We watched Dementia 13, which, no joke, is probably one of my favorite films of all time. Right? Now, I know you've seen that one, right? That movie is so good. And I believe
Very
he was
good.
the producer on that. I believe Francis Ford Coppola directed that one. Also, we watched The Terror, which I believe was likewise directed by Coppola, but produced by Corman. That was a great film.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I think we watched one other Corman film on the channel here. I can't quite remember which one it was. But in my experience, I've had very little exposure, unlike you. I know you're a super expert on this sort of thing. But to me, it seems like this man is just knocking out of the park consistently. He has a great taste in films. And I understand that, a lot of his direction, a lot of his sort of what he brought to film was this devil may care attitude where he would make like anything, right? He would just come up with either he would come up with an idea or he'd have writers come up with these ideas and he would just put whatever, whatever came to mind out there into the world.
If he could find a budget and he had someone that was willing to do it, he would produce it. And he would just create something. He was more about creating content, creating product. He wanted something out in the shelves, something out in the thing. Didn't matter if it was a VHS tape that no one saw, as long as it was out there, because it kept working. Because even if a movie doesn't exist on like the social consciousness of people,
right?
Like even if it's on a shelf in a back alley in a blockbuster that no one goes to,
right?
It still exists, and that means that somewhere, money's being made, production is being made, duplications and production of the VHS tapes were made,
right?
And so he just wanted to just create content, and he also had the same mindset before VHS even existed. So when a movie came out, it was out and then it was gone. There was no way to like see it again unless it was shown on TV somewhere, like a couple years later. But if movies, like no one saw Death Race 2000 until the 80s. No one saw Little Shop of Horrors again until the 80s, that kind of thing. Like, so seeing like, or any of the Vincent Price movies, those were just gone until they had revivals in like the 70s and 80s. And so seeing these movies again and seeing them preserved was part of his thing. He just wanted to create as much content as he can so he can keep his name going, keep his brand going, and just help more people in his thing. But he was also he's kind of romanticized a lot,
right?
Because I remember watching an interview with Joe Dante, who's worked on like The Howling and Gremlins and stuff, and he had worked with him on a movie called Hollywood Boulevard. He goes, it's like Roger Corman's a really great person, but he will nickel and dime you to the end. He will just make sure that movie is made on the smallest budget possible to make sure that it has some kind of profit for somebody, at least especially for him. Because apparently his office was just a one-room office in New York somewhere in Brooklyn. And it was just a storefront, essentially. That was what his office was. And so he kept everything super cheap.
Yeah, that's really, really interesting. And that's why he's been around for so long. Right? He's made so much money for so many people. That's what makes you successful.
He's worked with so many people. Like I said, he's worked with Francis Ford Coppola, Joe Dante, Jonathan Demme, who ended up doing Silence of the Lambs. He helped out with Scorsese. So that's the other thing too, is like he networked himself into so many different ways that like he's worked with Ron Howard. He's worked with of course he helped with different actors, Jack Nicholson, Peter Fonda, like just really, really, really good actors.
Countless
and
people, I'm sure. Countless people.
He made a good impression on everything. It's like and then He's thrown himself into movies like cameos. He's apparently in The Godfather Part 2. I've never seen like as an actor, a background actor. He's in Silence of the Lambs. I know that for sure. And he's also apparently in like Apollo 13 as just a background actor. So it's like again, he was an expert of networking and just making a good impression to where people were like, I remember that guy. He helped me out a lot. I'm going to help him out with something else too.
Yeah,
so I'll throw a little bit of money this way. And then it's crazy.
In today's film, he's the writer, he's the director and the producer. That's when he's kind of like a multi-talented individual as well. Welcome aboard, Yamcha. He says, the Wasp, man, that sounds pretty dank. It's going to be really fun, I think, Yamcha. Welcome aboard, Caviar. Thanks for the sub, Caviar. It's 24 months. That means he's been subscribed to for 2 years. Thank you so much, Caviar. This film came out in 1959. And the film after this is going to be from 68. So we're moving 10 years into the future once we get around to Night of the Living Dead. Before we get started here, guys, I want to show off what I'm eating tonight. I got something a little bit different here. We got the apple pizza instead of the cheese bread. It's like an apple pie, I guess, but they make it at the pizza place. Let's have a look at this thing. Oh, I see. It's actually like a little pizza, but it's an apple pie pizza. It's got apples on it. That's going to be interesting. It looks tasty. I think it has some cinnamon sugar on there. Also, I have my favorite pizza, as you guys know, the Cuban. It's got the pickles and the pulled pork and the ham. I wish I could just get these pickles on the screen.
Legit.
Dude, I didn't know I would love pickles on pizza until I started getting this thing. It's amazing, dude. I wish that you were here.
I tried it as well. It's good.
So
I've tried pickles on pizza before. It's really good.
What are you eating, Nero? You told me you're eating some pizza tonight, right?
Classic Supreme pizza. Just
old school. That's the best, dude.
Classic. I love Supreme. Nothing fancy.
The classics. Yo, Supreme, it's Supreme, man. It's fancy. It's Supreme as fuck.
Supreme as fuck.
Okay, I'm going to go black and white here, guys. I'm going to just imagine that Nero's going black and white as well, and all you guys in the chat are going black and white, I hope.
Going into the retro zone.
Yeah, going to the retro zone here, guys. I'm going to put the break screen up for just a couple seconds while I move my mouse over to the other screen. We'll get this movie started.
For sure. Yeah, I'm all set. Just got to synchronize the play button.
Nero, Katie says here, I'm Cuban B. Ah, yes, Cuban B.
Cuban B.
I fucking love that movie. I haven't seen it in forever. All right, you ready for the countdown?
Better than Puerto Rican A.
We'll do it on 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, I'm going to play the volume here a little bit, guys. Make sure it's about right. If it's too loud, let me know. If it's too soft, let me know. You'll see a little volume meter on the screen while I do that. Giving you this pizza right about now.
Yep.
So this is the 16:9 version. I talked to Nero about this before the stream started. Usually I like to watch these films in their original aspect ratio. But like a lot of public domain films, the quality varies dramatically from upload to upload. And this one is so beautiful and sounds so good, I decided to settle for this, even though they're going to be having the top and bottom of the screen cropped off. But this was the Blu-ray release.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fine, yeah. Oftentimes you don't lose much of a whole lot of valuable information that way. But yeah. This is a very rare case of a 16:9 film here. So Brian says it's a very timely movie to show with the news of killer hornets reaching the U.S. Uh-oh. I know it was topical.
Yeah, that thing's gonna kind of be overblown. A friend of mine who lived in North Carolina for a couple of years was like, yeah, that's like 5 years old by this point.
Gotcha. Oh, it's delicious. Oh, pulled pork. So this film, like a lot of films we watch on the channel, is public domain because of a clerical error. They forgot to renew the copyright. Let's go, Felix. Welcome aboard just in time for the start of the film. Here we go. Roger Corman, produced and directed. Alleged murder, when it says KD.
Yeah. Very common, dude. Very common for the clerical error to do that.
As you can see, gentlemen, sales for the last fiscal quarter have dropped 14.5%. There has not been a corresponding drop in our competitor sales. I trust one of you gentlemen has a satisfactory explanation for this decline.
Look at her glasses.
Old school, dude. Love that.
Not one little suggestion, gentlemen. We'll start with you, Thompson. As public relations manager, no doubt you have some faint glimmering of what's happening with stolen products.
Yeah, the classics.
Well, Thompson?
Well, Thompson?
You see, I
had no idea you were such an excellent public speaker, Thompson.
Oh, my God.
Miss Darling, I guess I'm not feeling very well this morning.
I'm sorry you aren't.
I think I can tell you why Starlin products are falling off so badly, Miss Starlin.
We're listening, Lane. Where would you put the responsibility for this decline?
On you, Miss Starlin.
Oh, man!
I imagine
Oh,
you
wow.
have arguments to support that contention.
We've all been looking at it for the past 20 minutes. The most convincing argument is right on that graph.
I was gonna say you a
May I
bitch.
show you? Thank you.
Oh, I took your little thing away, dude.
Now, right here
I
in
saw that.
April is when Starlin sales started falling off.
Very clever of you, Lane.
Would you mind waiting until I finish, Miss Starlin?
Oh, I said shut the fuck up.
Relax, Willis.
Oh, wow.
My apologies for the interruption. Go on.
Thank you. Now, as I said, sales began to fall in April. But the reason for the fall was back here in February. Starlin products have always been thought of as something of a modern miracle in the cosmetics trade. A firm built to a multi-million-dollar-a-year business on the strength and appeal of one person, Janice Starlin. From the beginning right through until February of this year, only one woman's face was used to advertise those products. Your face, Miss Starlin.
Wow, okay.
The public
So
have come to accept you as a symbol.
she's a CEO and a
Now,
model?
after
That's sick.
16 years, they see a
Interesting.
different face. They don't trust it. They feel cheated. The simple fact is that Starlin Cosmetics should have Janice Starlin's picture advertising them. Well, that's
Can't
about
you live,
all
Katie?
I've
Can't
got
you
to
live?
say.
A darn good job of saying it.
Wow, that
I
tight.
agree. Lane makes a lot of sense on
I
that
know, right?
score, Miss Starlin.
I think I've had enough flattery for one morning, gentlemen. It's a very convincing argument, Lane.
If resting bitch face was a person.
There's only one small factor you've overlooked. Not even Janice Starlin can remain a glamour girl forever.
Miss Starlin,
Yes, Mary.
there's a Mr. Zinthrop in reception. He says he has an appointment.
Thank you.
So why do you think she stopped being a model, Nero?
Well, this has
Don't
been
know.
a very informative get-together. That'll be all for now.
She seems kind of self-conscious about her age. Maybe this film's going to be about, like, using the Hornets to keep herself forever young or something. What's up, Connor? Welcome aboard. Thank you for the host.
You can kind of already see that too, huh?
Oh, Arthur,
Yes, Miss Starlin.
I'd like
I am
to
mad
see
at this
you in my
fucking
office.
Sure, Miss Starlin.
secretary, though. Thanks for the sub, KG. Welcome aboard, man.
hot shot.
I recognize the secretary. I think she was in one of the other Corman films we watched.
It wouldn't be unusual for him, right?
Something on your mind, Miss Starlin?
You've done some
So, KG.
work on royal jelly, haven't you?
A little.
Are there any real therapeutic values in it?
Well, I'd say so. Of course, a lot depends on each individual's reaction to the stuff.
Dude, when you could
What do you
smoke
mean?
inside.
Just smoking
No
everywhere,
two
bro.
people reacted precisely
It's
the
the
same
best.
way. One man's meat's another man's poison.
Oh. But you think royal jelly can be beneficial in some cases?
Queen bees set a lot of store by it.
I'll accept that as an affirmative answer. Supposing a more powerful form of royal jelly could be obtained. From the queen wasp, for example. I mean, well, do you suppose that might have some rejuvenating effect on a human being?
I'd stay away from wasps if I were you, Miss Starlin. Socially, the queen
Wasp.
wasp is on a level with the black widow spider. They're both carnivorous. They paralyze their victims and then take their time devouring them alive. They kill their mates in the same way, too. Strictly a one-sided romance.
Come on, bro. I could love a girl like that.
Well,
Welcome aboard,
I'm
Gypsy.
not
She's independent
exactly
soldier.
interested in the love life of the queen wasp.
What is it? You don't find women in power sexy? What's wrong with y'all?
The possibilities of using enzyme extracts from royal wasp jelly, commercially.
Well, if you want an honest opinion, Miss Starlin,
Of course I want an honest opinion.
then my advice is forget about it.
Thank you, Arthur.
Was she a scientist, too? She knows so much.
Time, Miss Starlin.
That's what I'm thinking too.
She's got it all, Katie. She's smart. She's powerful. Successful. Although I guess her business is going down the drain right now.
Have Mr. Zinthrop come in.
Yes, Miss Starlin. You can go in now, sir.
Oh. About time.
What a job. Just sitting there waiting for a phone call. Filing her nails.
I know, right?
Case except for her eyebrows. Deal breaker. Oh my god. You don't look at those eyebrows, dude? I fucking love
How
it.
do you do?
It's a very subtle makeup
I'm
job
afraid I
on
won't be
her.
able to
Clearly
give you much
designed to
time,
make her look
Mr.
older.
But it is I who give you the time, Miss Starlin. Oh, yes, Plenty time I give you. 10, maybe 15 years I give you.
I want you to understand one thing very clearly, Mr. Zinthrop. I expect absolute proof of what you claimed in your letter. Tangible proof, not words.
Such proof you shall get, madame, and more. But I think I better show you in the laboratory, yes?
Look at that wall art.
I was gonna say, it's a pretty cool wall art there. Kind of multicultural. Because I couldn't see without thinking, caw, caw, because of the seagulls, dude.
Ooh, guinea pigs.
Look.
Hey!
They look terrible.
That's what I thought too, KG, but they're guinea pigs.
Why don't you put them out of their misery?
Madame, you ask for proof. Please be kind enough to look at proof you ask for. May I proceed? Thank you.
Welcome aboard, J-Bomb. Oh my god, Henry. He's injecting the guinea pigs?
With wasp venom? But they're talking about jelly, so it's like clearly like the stuff that quotes everything from them.
Yeah. That thing's fucking adorable as hell. Kinda is, Katie.
In a few minutes,
Oh,
madame,
wow.
you shall see a miracle you shall not believe. Oh, no tricks. You may look if you like. I have no tricks. Well, don't look at me. I'm not changing.
Yeah, they did a very subtle makeup job on her to just make her appear older.
A little bit older. Whoa!
I don't believe it.
Turned into a mouse.
It's not possible.
I see you do not believe one animal, so I bring two. I show you again, yes?
Yes, I
He's
must
like,
be
I know
sure.
what's the score.
Yes, madame.
Show me again, bro. So do you think it was supposed to turn into a rat, or was supposed to imagine that's a younger version of it? We're gonna find out, right?
Must be a younger version of it.
I would say I'm not convinced. Maybe not, though. Maybe he's gonna change it to a different kind of animal.
Like it's supposed to be like designed like, the hair is shorter, they've gone younger.
Yeah.
Well, Miss Darling, does my secret have interest for you, yes?
What are your terms, Mr. Zinthrop?
First, I must have a laboratory equipped with everything I need for my research. If we're successful, well, I ask for a little percentage. But I must get full credit for my discovery. That is most important to me.
I'll have Gordon draw out the contracts.
Oh, contracts. Contracts I do not need. You give me your word. Good enough for me.
What an idiot.
You amaze me. Frankly, when I received your letter, I thought you were just another
I
eccentric.
get a Rose McGowan vibe from her.
There was always a chance you might not be. Then you walk in here and show me nothing short of a miracle. 2 miracles. And you say that you'll accept my word that I won't cheat you.
You won't. I know you're a good woman, even if you do not like other people to know it. However, my formula may not be good for human beings. I have not tested yet.
You will on me.
Oh, man.
No. There might be danger.
Those are my terms, Mr. Zinthrop. Janice Starlin will be your next guinea pig.
Didn't take hard to convince.
Very well. Though it may take a little time to prepare sufficient extract.
He went from danger to like, okay.
Yeah.
Whatever arrangements you may need for your equipment.
He's pumped about it, dude. He needs a human test, too. You know he's been curious.
Now I see how you built all this.
I'm very close to losing it, Mr. Zinthrop. Maybe working together we can save Janice Starlin Enterprises. Maybe even make it bigger than ever before.
Let's go. Guys, hope your fingers crossed.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Gypsy, he's supposed to make him
I'm sure
younger.
the next
She's a
3
cosmetics model
months
and
we'll
CEO.
see a rise in Starlin sales that will surpass anything we've dared imagine. Mr. Zinthrop is working on the final stages of a development that will revolutionize the cosmetic industry.
What a mad scientist
He's
name.
to have a free hand
Zinthrop.
in his experiments and will be answerable to no one but myself. At the moment, I cannot divulge the nature of Mr. Zinthrop's experiments, but I can assure you it will bring worldwide recognition to Janice Starlin Enterprises.
Let's go, Nero. Take that money, girl. Science music, the xylophone. Getting down to.
Oh, wow.
Technically, sciencing, commence.
Science.
I don't know. This Zinthrop must be the granddaddy of all confidence men to taking a gal like Starlin. Why doesn't somebody wise her up?
Like you, for instance? Bill, what makes you think Zinthrop really isn't on the level? After all, we don't even know what he's working on. It could be very legitimate.
Well, as bad as she is. Oh, women.
Oh, man.
Men. Every time you're stuck to an answer, you always come up with women.
Oh, man. That's
You're
true.
not getting out of this one so easily. I'd like to know why you think Zinthrop really hasn't got something.
Well, you can call it male intuition if you like. It's just that there's something about this whole business that doesn't smell right. The private laboratory, the secret experiments, Zinthrop himself. The only thing that's missing is a genie with a lamp.
That's an idiot.
You better leave the intuition
Exactly.
to me.
I'm
let
in the
you
nose
buy
with the
my
letter.
dinner.
Buy your dinner. What's happening to
I
your
know, right?
sporting blood? I thought we were going to toss for the check.
Oh, no. You won the last 3 times.
All right, look, I'll make a deal with you. Dinner is on me if you promise to keep an eye on what goes on in there.
What do you want me to do? Read her mail and send you messages and secret code?
You could do worse.
Oh,
No,
my.
Mr. Cooper, not
Oh,
you
wow.
too.
I've been trying to tell Bright Eyes here that I think Zinthrop is a phony and a confidence man.
If I were sure of that, I wouldn't be worried. I think he's a lot more dangerous. A quack.
Well, I don't follow you, Coop.
Quacks.
Well, a confidence man would just be interested in your money. The only damage they can do is to your pocketbook. A quack can be fatal.
Who's that? Yeah, we had a science montage. I love the fucking xylophone. Dibba-dibba-dibba-dib.
So I says to him,
Exactly,
I says,
dude.
listen, Irving, I'm getting sick of this TV every night. I mean, you know, we can do the same thing in a nightclub. Well,
Oh, wow, that
oh,
voice.
Yeah.
Good morning. Janice Starlin Enterprises.
Ooh, man.
I got 2 words for you. Drop dead. Twice.
Irving?
Calls me to tell me Dr. Cyclops is on Channel 9 tonight.
What crust?
You've seen it twice already.
Good morning.
Damn, we can say good morning back.
Is Miss Darlin in her office now?
Miss Starlin's in conference. Would you like to speak to her secretary?
Oh, no. Just say to Miss Darlin I should like to see her when she has time, huh?
Yes. Was there something else,
Yeah.
Mr. Zinthrop?
No. Goodbye.
That death stare they're in.
Goodbye.
Oh, man, the sideways glance.
I know, right? Look at that.
He's wearing a striped suit, man. He's got mad confidence right now.
Yeah.
What a character.
A good suit to give
regular
every man a good
two-eyed Dr. Cyclops.
Even the bow.
Good morning. May I see Miss Zodling, please?
I was saying, Katie, he hit the fucking
He's a
Birdman
real
on him.
weirdie. Wonder what his game is.
Who cares?
You know, Morton thinks he's a crackpot. I heard him telling Cooper so. Old Bug Eyes really has the execs worried.
About what?
That's just it. They don't know.
Oh. So anyway, back to Irving.
Probably should, J-Bomb, indeed. Twitch.tv / brother Nero FGC, guys.
Good morning,
Miss Dream more often.
darling. Good morning.
Thank you, buddy.
Good
I'll be
morning.
streaming for sure more
I couldn't
often.
get away any sooner. Is it important?
Miss Darlin, do you remember the big cat I showed you last week? No?
What about it?
Well, I want you to look at him. Come. quite a difference, yes?
That's incredible.
Oh my God.
Say, Mark,
Say, Cat.
you're young again. Can you realize what that means?
Oh, wow.
You're a kitten again. Your whole life to live over. How does it feel?
I think perhaps you'll be able to find out for yourself, Miss Darling. Today will be your first injection.
What's up, Ryan? She's wearing that anime clothes, Ryan. Yeah,
Straight up a Persona 5 character.
she's having second thoughts, dude.
Sit down, please.
Look at the face. She's like, I wasn't expecting this today. Oh my.
I mean, she could be scared of needles.
I am. So Brian says,
I'm
it
not
would be
a
great if they
fan.
injected her into a 6-year-old. She might.
Yeah, that's a thing that could happen. She didn't even know.
Could be like Futurama and go back to being like a fetus.
My only regret is I had bonitis.
Hey, thanks for the bits, mute. Welcome aboard, man. Just in time for the climactic moment. They injected her, mutant.
Mr. Gleason.
She's a former, she's a former model and CEO of a cosmetics company. Trying to get her
is it,
youth
Gleason?
back.
I sent you a memo. Mr. Zinthrop has carte blanche to order anything he requires. It is no concern
I do
of
remember
yours, Gleason.
the secretary was
I
one of the
gotta check
beatniks
with
from
Oh
think
yeah,
they
I know
mentioned-
her from somewhere. Yeah,
yeah, one of the hipster crowd.
yeah.
Sue? Mary. Can I talk to Mr. Lane a minute?
The kid you that soundbite is from Gunbound.
Bill? Hey, listen. Gleason just got a bill for $2,300. Zinthrop. Enzyme extracts.
The gossip begins.
That's corporate espionage. Trying to lose their job or what?
Yeah, right.
Yes, we are making progress. There's great improvement in the tissue.
Why is it taking so long? It's the 3rd week.
You forget, my dear, there's more to you than a little kitten, no? Besides, there's a difference in metabolism.
Why not increase the dosage? Wouldn't that step up the process?
Patience, my dear, patience. We must tread lightly, with care. Your arm, please.
What if she fucking steals the stuff from Nero?
I know, right? That could be a whole other subplot.
Yeah, I assumed that this guy was gonna be the one that was like the mad scientist. What if she ends up, what if he's actually totally on the level and she just, goes too ham with it because she's impatient?
Could be.
There. You know,
I think her
I've
haircut
been
is
experimenting
on
with a concentrate
purpose.
solution of the
It's like
enzyme.
designed to have like a
Maybe
kind of like
more powerful than
queen
the solution
look
of
to
the
it.
Oh, maybe you're right.
In your injection.
Oh?
Yes. And I think it will be better for lotions. As an emollient lotion, it'll make estrogenic creams and all such products old-fashioned. My dear, Stalin will be world famous, bringing youth to millions.
You're right, Zinthrop. There are going to be a few red faces in my advertising department.
But I am right. Why, your own mirror will tell you that I am right. Why, you look at least 5 years younger than
There
you
is a
looked
subtle
2 weeks
makeup
ago.
change there.
Yeah.
I know.
The bags under her eyes are gone.
Soundtrack. Sample this shit.
Well, no, right?
Hey, for real, Jay, but he's not really that mad, is he, J-Bomb? That's what it seems like. At least not yet. Yeah, as
Ooh,
he
there
pointed
is
out,
corporate espionage.
this is the chick that was in the last film we saw was a Corman film. What was it called again, Brian?
But it was the artist one.
Yeah, he was an artist. He was a sculptor. Can't remember what it was called, though. So just call me Miss. Welcome aboard. All is well. Hopefully you're doing well as well.
Will you let me talk to Bill a minute, Sue? Thanks. Bill, I think I've got it. Yeah, I'm a nervous wreck. At lunch. at lunch.
It's a cool film though, right, Brian? That was a really fun
You'll
movie.
have to translate for me, Coop. I'm not very good at that technical stuff.
Bucket of Blood. Thank you, Connor. Yes, Bucket of Blood.
Yeah, Bucket of Blood. There we
He's a
go.
very capable confidence man, from what I read in his letter. He claims he can stimulate the processes of rejuvenation through the use of enzymes extracted from wasps.
Oh, for...
For Pete's sake.
What are you two Sherlocks going to do about it?
Right now, I don't know.
Frankly, I'm getting tired of the whole business. That woman's so intent on holding back time, she's ready to fall for the first phony line she hears. Wasps.
Bill.
Face the facts, Mary. Janice Starland has built her whole life on youth and beauty. Now that she's losing them, she's scared to death. Right now, she's on cloud 9 with that quack Zinthrop, but I'd hate to be around when she comes back down to earth.
Well, maybe we can let her down easy. I think we owe her that much.
Yeah. Well, what are we going to do? We can't just let Zinthrop build up her hopes and then knock the props out from under her.
How can he do such a terrible thing? Poor Jan.
Poor
There must
Jan.
be something we can do before it's too late.
He's got a mighty convincing argument. Very impressive to the layman. 10 to 1, he's got a record just as impressive. Well, there are ways to find out. The answer might be right here in our hands.
There's been at least 20 cigarettes within the half hour we've been watching this movie.
They're going hard as
Keep
fuck.
this letter for a day or two.
Wait a minute. Suppose she finds out it's gone. I'm the only one with access to that desk. She'll know I took it.
Well, that's a chance you have to take, Mary.
Oh
I'm
my!
pretty sure that Coop knows what he's doing, honey.
Oh, wow.
That's her job, bro. Give her
Come
shit
on,
back.
young lovers.
What an asshole. What an asshole. Call Me Miss says here, they are trimmed because of the standards back in the day. You know, all the super thin models, or thin actresses. These men are anti-science, Katie. They are. They're anti-science. I think they're so
I know,
fucking
right?
smart. Xylophone is back. The mad xylophonist.
Very hype soundtrack. Well, this was smoking back in the day. This was like, you know, no filters. You had to be like a strong individual to be smoking back then. Well, I think you're right. She's getting impatient.
Maybe she's addicted too. But they had that scene earlier where she had like a. It seems like she's having a vision of like the syringe and the wasps. Could be that she's like getting addicted or something. She's jonesing.
Yeah, that could be a thing.
It's affecting her mind. I'm saying, Katie, Mama needs her smack. Oh man.
Hugh Ministries just wanted to fix.
Throw anti-science, man. Like, you're not a fucking doctor, lady. Don't be fucking fuck with this shit.
Well, this is the 50s. Everything was anti-science. Science was gonna ruin the world.
Yeah, you're right, dude. You're right.
Gonna have giant ants, and giant spiders, and giant bunnies, and giant Godzilla.
Oh, man. The rabbit back there still chilling.
Yeah, that haircut was on purpose. That has a very Queen Bee haircut.
You might be right. I believe it. I'm saying, J-Man, we don't want a wasp woman, Katie.
The Vespa woman.
The Vespa woman. Katie, you don't want those eyebrows, dude. Come on.
They on fleek, man.
They're on fleek. Couldn't agree more.
Oh no, the kitty.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, man, look so shady. Oh, a cat looks like it's sprouting wings or something. Yeah, sneaky side music, Katie. Uh-oh! She's looking mad young.
Oh, yeah.
She wears that same
What is
brooch
it,
thing a
Maureen?
lot.
It is you, Miss Darling.
Of course it's me. Who did you think it was?
Look at her pointy
looks so
bra, so
different.
godlike.
That was a very strange style back then.
Looking like Tomb Raider.
Maureen.
Ooh, look at that subtle
think
taking
your
off the
phone is
glasses.
Oh,
So nice.
yes, Miss Darling. Good morning. Janice Darling Enterprises.
Gentlemen, Janice Darlin Enterprises is about to start on the most widespread publicity campaign in the history of the cosmetic industry. Our slogan will be, Return to Youth with Janice Darlin. When Mr. Zinthrop arrives, there will be a press interview and all questions regarding the rejuvenation process will be referred to him. That'll
Get back
be all
on
for
top,
now,
Katie.
gentlemen.
It's amazing.
It's wonderful.
Show 'em the house.
I said that will be all for now, gentlemen. Good morning. Oh, not you, Mary. Wait a moment, please.
Uh-oh.
Yes, Miss Darling.
Don't get canned.
I know, right?
Don't get canned. How you doing, Will? She's walking slow-mo with some Nicki Minaj
Isn't it
playing.
wonderful? It's a miracle.
She would, you.
A wonderful, incredible miracle.
We were so worried about you. We really thought you were in danger. We even went to plotting how to rescue you from Mr. Zinthrop. It all seems so silly. It seems ridiculous.
Oh, Mary. Mary, how old do I look? Tell me. How old? How old do I look? Tell me. How old?
Gonna be too high. Don't say a number.
I know, right?
23, maybe 22.
That's how old I was when I started.
could be
Janice
insulted by that
Darlin
22.
Enterprises. Do you realize what that means? I'm back where I started, 18 years ago, with what it took 18 years to accomplish. It's like a dream.
Okay, here we go. Back in the lab again. Back in
Yeah.
the lab again.
And he's gonna notice some of his samples are missing. Or some of his animals are dead.
That could be too. She's gonna be like, yo, listen, lady, don't stop taking this shit.
You better not put that on the market.
Okay, checking the animals, all right.
Oh no.
Oh, wait, the cat's loose?
Oh shit. Whoa.
What the? It's flying around? Oh my god!
30 years ago, a bunch of quacks were
He
treating
had to
people
kill
with
the
monkey
fucking
gland.
cat.
Oh my
Seemed to work for a while. And then the deterioration set in.
That's awful.
She looks like a regular cat to Steve. That's true, dude.
I don't know.
Stuck in the puddle of mud guy. Oh my god,
His
Will.
lab and brought a breakdown on what he's using.
Down the incinerator it goes. That cat is not a cat no more.
There's a volume adjustment there, guys.
It's a wasp cat. It's a wat.
It's a wat, dude.
It's a wat. Let's hope that pipe isn't lit, because you're gonna give your position away.
This guy's looking fucking mad disheveled right now. He's fucking traumatized.
Metal Gear Solid. Sneaky mission.
Dum-ba-dum-bum-be-dum-bum. It's a casp, says Katie. I like that more. Casp.
It's a cat.
Cat wasp. Oh, come on, J-Bomb. The spoilers in the chat? Just joking, of course.
We don't know that yet. She could just become Wasp-like.
Yeah, maybe
She
she's
could be
maybe she is the Wasp woman right now because she's using Wasp technology. Maybe it's not even a fucking horror picture, guys. Could just be a documentary about how this woman got famous from using Wasp enzymes. The Wasp woman. Lives on to open board.
Wasp.
Will says maybe try a lock on the door. That's a good idea, Will. This is back in 1959. There were no locks yet. Wait, what? What is he, picking a lock? What the fuck?
Gotta do what you gotta do, man. Espionage.
This guy's kind of sick. I'm bored, Faust. It's just a prank, bro. That's Twitch. It's just a prank, bro. Got the date book, Ryan.
I need my fix, man.
Mr. Zinthrop!
Mama needs a fix, man.
Why would we even bother knocking at the key? It's your lab. You paid for it.
She's trying to be polite.
Mr. Zinthrop?
She's not full Wasp yet.
Because Wasps sure is only polite, dude.
Mr. Zinthrop?
She has manners.
Wasps are nothing if not fucking impolite. Look at getting this fucking apple pizza.
Dude, that sounds so good. You gotta try that one day.
Guys just joining us here. I had an apple pie pizza. What the fuck? Oh, wow. Oh, man.
I want you to find him, Mr. Hellman.
He was
I
too
don't
out
care
of
what
it.
Costs.
We'll find him, all right. Sooner or later, we find them all.
Time is vital, Mr. Hellman. Every hour he's gone, it means more than you can possibly imagine.
Well, you haven't given me very much to go on. No home address, no former employer, no phone. This is just like starting from scratch.
Mr. Zinthrop wasn't a conventional employee. He didn't go through regular personnel.
Uh-huh. You say he came here about a month ago. Well, how did he come here, Miss Starlin?
he did.
He just didn't walk in off the street, did he?
The letter. Right here in my drawer.
No.
Uh-oh.
Maybe one of the other drawers.
That's not good.
So that's what she meant.
What who meant? Miss Starlin. The letter's been taken, and you think you know who took it, is that right?
My secretary, Miss Dennison.
You got her address handy?
Her phone number.
It might be better if I busted in on her cold. This way she'll have a chance to prepare a story.
I know what I'm doing.
It starts,
All right.
Will. The wasp headaches.
Mary?
Shut it, Copper.
Janice, darling.
But before I went to lunch, I made a duplicate copy of Mr. Zenthrop's letter. I was going to take that one to Bill and Mr. Cooper at first, but then I thought that the original would be better.
Have you got the copy?
Yes, it's in my desk.
Get that copy, Miss Dennison. Uh-huh. 946 West 73rd Street, Manhattan. Yeah, that's right. Get right on it, Jerry, and check back with me as soon as you can.
This is an apple pie with a pizza crust. It's amazing.
Mr. Zinthrop might be trying to work some kind of a
that sounds
confidence
delicious.
scheme on you, Miss Darling. We only did that to protect you. I'm terribly sorry.
That's all right, Mary. I probably would have done the same thing if I were in your place.
If it's all right with you, Miss Starlin, I'd like to have that Lane and Cooper down here. They might have come up with something that Miss Dennison doesn't know about.
You're right. We can't afford to overlook anything.
Shall I call him?
Please, Mary.
You're ring-a-ding, Mary. Steve says, y'all hear about the wasps that are supposed to be this month's Y 2020 is when the world... Yeah, we talked about that earlier.
Yeah.
Oh?
Vencabot following
Sure,
the
he's our
news
boy.
every day. Picks out his entertainment to correlate.
Is he?
Topical.
Central emergency. Mm-hmm. Right. Well, it looks like we've got him.
There's a John Doe down at Central Emergency, auto accident. There's no identification on him, but he was wearing a lab smock and fills Inthrope's description.
Mary, get my coat and Lane, get a cab downstairs.
Let's go. Hopefully he's all right.
Badly hurt.
Head injury, general contusion to the body.
That xylophone going hard right now. Jeebus.
I think a few minutes ahead of
He's
us.
had a severe injury, and there's
A couple
definite
seconds
brain
ahead.
damage. Just how much, we
Let me check
can't
it
tell
quick.
as yet.
How long before you'll know?
It's hard to say, Miss Starling.
Who's the best man for this kind of injury?
Well, there's several top specialists.
Get the best. I'll take full responsibility for the expenses.
Yes, Miss Starling.
Okay. Yeah, so I think you need to pause it for like 15 seconds, Nero.
Okay.
I don't know, Arthur. I think it best we wait.
It's been 3 days since the accident, Jan. And no sign of improvement. He's still in a coma. You heard what the doctor said. He may never regain consciousness. And even if he does, who knows how badly his brain has been damaged.
Well, I'll give it another 48 hours. If he doesn't regain consciousness by then, well, you can take over the laboratory, Arthur.
Janice.
It's my decision.
What? How's he gonna take over the lab? He's not a fucking doctor. He's not a fucking scientist. He's just some guy.
Right?
She's like, "You take over the lab, bro." He's like, "All right, I guess. I guess I'll be there. I'll go get my fucking lab smock and get down to work." Yo, she didn't even need him, bro. She got the syringe. All she needs.
That's all she needs.
So Ryan's
Like,
just
he
here.
showed-
Yeah,
She showed me the basics. I can get this.
pretty much, dude. She's like everyone's dad, dude. Just, I'll figure it out as I go. Oh, yeah, I'm not Ryan. So she's gonna reach down in her pocket to be full of Wasp honey. That'd be fucking sick, dude. I wish I had that superpower.
It's incredible. Right in front of our noses. I can't have used it all. I could run a qualitative analysis.
This film was so anti-science, bro. Everyone's a scientist in this movie. Like, it's such an easy job.
I know, right?
Well, yeah, I'll just start doing some science. Yeah, no problem. Oh my god, Ryan. Hope you don't sharpen a fucking tip of a turkey baster. Get that big dose. Will said if he's smoking a pipe, he's probably telling the truth.
Could be.
Man. Oh no, what the fuck?
What is going on here?
It's the Wasp woman! Oh my god! Oh my god. Got him!
Oh my lord!
Jesus Christ.
That's insane!
Wow. Wow. The Wasp stealth though.
Wow.
I didn't see that coming. What if she only transforms at night or something? Doesn't maybe she doesn't realize it.
That's insane.
Either that or she transformed all at once.
That's plastic.
Always goes on.
Wow, and that's a
right in the
perfect
middle of a good
shift
program.
change, if anything.
Yeah, look at she changed back.
Maybe she doesn't know.
I bet she doesn't know, dude. She probably changes at night without realizing it or something.
Is that not good?
What happened to the dead dude? Maybe she
I
ate
want
him.
this to be the biggest advertising campaign in the history of cosmetic advertising.
Kid says, oh, she knows.
Every
dude.
newspaper and magazine in the country will be flooded with our new slogan. Return to youth with Janice Starlin.
Excuse me, Miss Starlin.
What is it, Thompson?
I think we should be a little conservative.
Katie is just so like, you know what? She
Cosmetics
knows.
are one
She
thing.
knows what she's doing.
Medication's another. We're liable to run into trouble.
Yes. All advertising copy will be cleared through your office.
Well, it's a touchy business, you know.
Max is right, Miss Starlin.
You don't have to second the motion, Lane.
I'm sorry, you guys have any
One
honey?
thing understood
I need
very
honey.
Clearly now, gentlemen. Janice Starlin
I need a fix.
Enterprises is going to bring the most fantastically saleable product ever developed by modern cosmetics to the public. And I don't intend to be restricted by timidity on the part of my own staff. Is that clear?
Dude, she's the boss, man.
Are you all right, Miss Tarver?
She might, we don't know.
Just a little head.
I haven't seen her buttock yet.
I'm fine.
Can I get you something?
I'm all right. I'm all right. Thank you.
I have some aspirin in my purse.
Mary, shut the fuck up.
Well, that'll be all for now, gentlemen.
Trying to save her job, man.
Maybe you're right, dude. Give you a foot rub, ma'am. Kisses need honey. She needs a fucking injection, dude. She's jonesing.
Hi.
Hi.
Sweetie.
Itchy, tasty
I sure hope they give the
honey.
girls working at Starlin first crack at that new stuff. Imagine being 18 again. I guess if it can take 15 years off Starlin, it can take 10 off you. What do you mean 10? Face it, honey. This is Maureen you're talking to. Yeah? Well, if I were you, I'd take a double dose. Then maybe Irving wouldn't watch television so much. So who says he looks at it? I can't imagine what else he does. 3 guesses. Say, did Cooper come in yet? Mm-mm. Missed a board meeting this morning. I bet Starlin's having a fit. He should worry.
What?
Like the hi command, dude.
See you
Hi.
later. Bye, honey.
Bye, honey. Uh-oh. Foreshadowing.
I know, right?
Hi, pretty puss. You know where, Miss Starlin's office is?
Yo, back off, Super Mario.
Sweet number 1.
La-dee-da, the Duchess of Flatbush herself.
How'd you like to have this phone wrapped around your ear?
No wonder Mario's a
Wise
thing.
guy.
It's more like it, sister.
What a creep, dude. That's what I was saying, Kitty. What up, beautits?
Sweet number 1.
We use that word, sugar puss.
I don't know, what an asshole.
No one will be offended by that ever.
59.
Starlin,
Oh, what is it, Mary?
is there anything I can do?
Yes. Is Mr. Zinthrop's room ready?
Uh-huh. The nurse is fixing the emergency equipment now, and the ambulance is due any minute.
Be sure to let me know when it arrives. Oh, Mary, please, before you go, could you see if you could work that thing?
Oh, sure.
Dang, you know.
Work that thing, girl.
I've seen lots of these.
What the fuck?
Simple enough. That'll be all, Mary.
So why do they have a bed delivered?
We've had a room.
You gotta keep this dude working.
If I say what? This man's an essential worker, bro.
That's fucking health insurance. Look at that. You're gonna stuff you put it in there. Damn.
You're feeling better, Mr. Zinthrop. There are a few things I'd like to discuss with you.
Good, good.
It's like Mr. Burns. Don't forget, you're here forever.
We'll do everything we can to make you comfortable, Mr. Zinthrop.
Oh, no, he's not staying in that room.
I'm
Okay.
going to spend the nights here in my office.
Oh, she's gonna sleep in the
So
office.
if anything develops, I'll be on hand.
Yeah, good idea.
Thank you. Start.
Oh my god. Get him into the bed.
Did the cat do that too?
I must tell you, my lord.
Yeah, who knows what happened? I guess the cat got burninated. No, he got hit by a car, remember?
But
Oh, that's right. I'm blind as a bat.
I love his jammies.
I cannot.
I know, right?
I'm sure it can wait. Right now, the main thing is to get you back to health. Take good care of him, Miss Warren.
Yes, Miss Darling.
Sure is funny about old Coop.
Dude, that nurse.
And this is one day
I
at
like your
work and you're
glasses.
ready to call missing persons.
Well, he's a pretty conscientious guy, honey. If he felt sick or something, he'd have called in.
Relax. We'll probably be in bright and chipper in the morning.
Got more Mary here for Ryan.
Something?
Oh, we were just having
Yeah,
a little
pretty good,
coffee
Johnny. I
clutch,
like it.
Miss Starlin. We were talking about Mr. Cooper.
What about Mr. Cooper?
Well, about his missing the meeting this morning. Nobody's been able to reach him all day.
I wouldn't worry about that. Mr. Cooper's been here a long time. Probably feels he's entitled to take a day for himself now and then.
What?
That's what I've been trying to tell Mr. Lane.
Oh, by the way, Miss Starlin, how is Mr. Zinthrop?
Oh, fine. A few days will
Mary is best
start the
waifu.
layouts.
That's for damn sure.
Oh, I'm ready when you are, boss.
Look those over.
Hey, Bill.
Huh?
Don't go getting any ideas about the boss.
Well, me? Don't be silly. I just wanted to know that I'm an eager member of the team. Still, she is looking a lot younger these days, isn't she?
No, man, the lip
Do you
bite.
think Zinthrop would give
She
you any
wants
of those
that.
treatment?
He wants that fucking ass.
You know, break the
He wants that
watch or
fucking abdomen, dude. She's about to be a fucking wasp. Yo, who is this guy?
I don't know. He's like,
Maybe he's look, he's here to find the bees. Maybe he's a former
ghost.
colleague.
he's a ghost hunter.
Maybe. That's what I'm saying, Faust. He wants that fucking wasp coochie.
I'd fuck the wasp.
Oh, he's got a fucking revolver? I'm saying that's a movie now. It's Teddy Roosevelt, right?
Resident Evil 7.
What? What's that? What?
Here, lie back.
Oh, no.
You just had a bad dream. Lie down now. Go to sleep.
Oh, yes, there's starlight like really bad.
Like a nightmare.
Just a bad dream. Lie down. Just a dream.
Just a dream, nothing, lady. What the fuck?
Tell Mr. Green that personnel is
No,
his
right?
responsibility. I have other things to think about than worrying whether the night watchman walked off the job.
Well, that's just it, Miss Starlin. Mr. Green feels that the watchman never left the building. His lunch pail and his raincoat are still in the basement.
I don't want to hear anything more about it, Mary.
Look at that painting we have in the background. That's not real, is it? Or is it?
It's most likely just a
We'll use
screen.
these.
Yeah, be careful, Faust. Don't make an enemy of the wasp, bro.
She swears she heard a scream from one of the other floors. Zinthrop heard it too, but she convinced him he was having a bad dream.
Oh, maybe they both were.
Like, hey, baby, I want that venom.
That's not funny anymore, Mary. There's something going on in that building. And I'm going to find out what it is.
Oh.
Have a look around Cooper's lab, for one thing. After that, I don't know.
Like, legit, this is straight up just Resident Evil.
Bill, this is crazy.
They got a lab. Here goes Chris Redfield.
Mm-hmm.
Jill Valentine.
I won't tire him, Miss Warren, but it is important.
All right, Miss Starlin. I'll be in my room.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
This poor dude.
Zinthrop, you've got to help me. Something's happening. Something's happening to me. I can't control it.
There is something I must remember, but I can't.
Oh, the impact from fuck up his memory.
The wasp enzymes. The extracts you were experimenting with before the accident. Try to think.
Well, this is Zinthrop's notebook, Mary. Notes on his experiments with Jan.
Well, how did Cooper get hold of it?
I don't know. If only Coop would show up. Mary, look.
Uh-oh. Pipe.
Oh, no.
It's Mr. Cooper's pipe.
Don't you get it? He's going to go out without his pants and leave that pipe behind. He's still somewhere in the building. I bet a year's salary on it.
If he is,
He's dead. And the night watchman.
That's hell of a conclusion to jump to.
There's only enough left for one
All
more
right.
injection. One more. You've got to make more, Zinthrop.
All we need is Wesker.
Help me, Zinthrop.
Please, my head, oh, my head.
Zinthrop, help me! Help me!
Oh my god. Poor Zinthrop. Uh-oh. She's changing.
Oh, no. Oh, you see it firsthand.
Oh my god. Got her.
Oh, in the neck.
Ooh, where's she storing the bodies, though?
Oh, wow.
Is he
The
asleep?
tyrant has been unleashed.
I don't know.
Pretty much, dude.
That was a hell of a wasp-looking thing.
I only read about her haircut, though, for sure.
If anyone
That
knows what's
was
behind
straight
it
up.
all,
That was
it's
straight
him.
up the queen bee looking
Mr. Zinthrop.
helmet.
Oh, my God.
Bill. Look at...
Ooh.
Bloody jacket, dude. Yo, DC, the nurse, bro. Probably right, Will.
You're empty.
The buzz, guys. You can hear it. What's buzzing, cousin? That's what they're saying. I'm not sure those are wasps. Look more like bees to me.
Well, bees are a little bit more manageable for film.
Her
Yeah.
coat.
That's why they did it
purse,
for
and
Candyman.
everything else are still in there. She wouldn't go out without her purse.
Bill, let's get out of here. I don't like it.
The cat. The cat. Must warn her.
Oh, he remembers.
Mr. Zinthrop.
Who are you?
Well, there's nothing to be alarmed about, Mr. Zinthrop. I'm Bill Lane, and this is Miss Dennison, Miss Starlin's secretary.
Miss Starlin. The cat.
What about a cat?
Must warn her. Injections. Must not take any more injections.
Is Miss Darlin in danger?
Terrible danger. I must...
Take it easy, Mr. Zinthrop. You're still pretty weak. Mary, see if you can get Jan on the phone.
She got bees in her head, Herb. Bees, bees, bees.
Bees.
There's no answer. Oh, Miss Darlin?
Is that you, Mary?
Where are you? We're in the building. We're in Mr. Zintrop's room. Something's happened down
Here,
here.
let me talk to her. Hello, Miss Starlin. This is Lane.
Why are you and Mary still in the building?
It's after 10.
I must help. I'm
Don't let him get up,
responsible.
Mary.
Yeah. I must help. I must not
I
hold
can't
me
explain
back.
now, Miss Starlin.
I must go.
Hang on to it.
I must help. You must not hold me back.
Don't worry, Mr. Zinthrop. We won't let anything happen to Miss Darlin.
Hello. Hello, Miss Starlin.
What's going on down there?
Stay in your office. I'll be right up.
Uh-oh.
Keep an eye on Zinthrop, honey. I'm going upstairs.
How big is this building, Henry?
I know, right? It's like,
It took me like the entire length of the film to realize they're all in the same building all the time. I thought they were going between buildings.
like I said, man, it's Resident Evil. What
Well,
a
I'm
man.
here. You go for Jan.
It's got its own lab.
She can't get
Yeah,
outside
it's got
on this
everything
phone.
here.
All right, I'll hurry.
Look at this salty face looking board, man.
That's not the police. I'm not the police.
No, Mary.
Oh, no. It's ramping up, dude.
Miss Darlin! Miss Darlin! Miss Darlin! It's me, Mary! Miss Darlin!
No.
Please!
Gotta go.
Open the door!
The dude is a human, not as a wasp. Please open the door, but as a human.
What is it,
Human.
Mary?
Miss Darlin, please. Will you please call the police? What for? Look, I don't have time to...
Mary!
Oh my God!
I'm sorry I had to do that.
Oh, wow.
There's no time for hysteria. Now, what is this?
The enzymes, they've gone crazy.
Sure, Mr. Zinthrop, honey. You just relax and take it easy. Everything will be all right. We'll take care of those, whatever
You do not
call us.
understand. You do not understand that girl. You shouldn't have sent her upstairs. She's in danger. You must stop her before it is too late.
Okay, as soon as the cops get here, we'll take
Oh, you fool, you fool. Miss Darling will kill her and tear her body to shreds.
Oh
the...
my
Starlin,
God.
kill Mary?
Miss Darling is not a human being any longer. The enzymes have changed her. She will destroy the girl as a female wasp would destroy her enemies and then devour the remains.
Then Bill found Mr. Zinthrop's notebook in Cooper's desk. No, there's no mistake. We've got to call the police now.
Now, Mary, you're just getting a little excited. Now, who could possibly want to hurt Mr. Coop?
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
It's not only Mr. Cooper. What about...
Uh-oh. I'm sorry, Ryan. Oh, my God. Look at those mitts. Oh, that's... No, hell no. Hell no, Henry. What the fuck? Fight her off!
I thought you were correct.
Mary!
Too slow, bro. Exactly, J-Bomb. Oh, you fool, he'll tear you to shreds.
I go with you.
I can't wait. I'm going to take a
wow.
step.
Oh, look. Laboratory.
Oh,
He's
no.
going to laboratory.
Get up the stairs fast.
It's fucking music right now, dude.
It would have been a Joe sandwich. Oh, wow.
Oh my God, there we go. That's one way to do it. Here we go. Got it. No, zit erop. This is too intense. You got the acid!
Oh, no!
Oh!
Straight out the window! Yeah, human voice.
Jesus Christ!
Dude!
Jesus fucking Christ! Yo, Mary's good? Oh man, poor fucking mad scientist, dude. Wow. Wow.
That was
Wow. Oh my lord.
that was great.
Unfucking believable.
Believable.
Unbelievable. Michael Mark? They got fucking Mikey Mark?
Mikey Mark.
Oh man. This has been a film group presentation, huh? He was quite reasonable. Well, kind of reasonable. I mean, he was fucking around with Wasp shit.
I know, right?
So, Bronte, she's a Wasp, though. Where were her wings? Well, she wasn't totally Waspified yet, I guess. Probably would have gotten worse over time, you would think.
She was a Wasp woman. She still had womanly features, but was at the face of a moth.
Yeah, she had the kind of a... Her face was mad creepy, dude. Like, those close-ups
Face
were...
and the hands of her... I know, that was crazy.
Like, what were her fucking eyes, man? Yeah, it was so much fun. So, Kate, it's a preview of our immediate future here in 2020, huh? I'll be turning into wasps and shit.
We're all gonna be wasps. That's gonna be great.
Oh, I got you, Brian. I got you. I didn't see what you mean, yeah. She fell to her death. If she were a wasp, she could have flown away. Could have given her a couple more days, probably could have done it. Dude, that movie was pretty fucking crazy. Like,
That was a good one.
I liked the theme of her killing the guys, not knowing it was her. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, for sure.
Circa says here, was this the B movie? Thought Seinfeld was in that. No, this was not that same movie. Seinfeld had a cameo in it, yeah, but it's not the same movie.
I've never seen the B movie, and I don't think I ever will.
What's up, Dane? Welcome aboard. Salty says here, that wasn't the best ending. You have to play the movie again and pause before the acid is thrown and press rewind forward, huh? To get that sweet, dude, that fucking impact was pretty strong. Talk about Resident Evil, man. That fucking bottle of face was, yeah.
I know, that's what I'm
some
saying. He
video
equipped
game
the,
shit.
the acid and threw it at the character.
Hit her in the weak spot, dude. The big glowing weak spot. So, Jibum says here, is it time for Warriors of a Skeleton Yearning? No, not at all, Jibum. We have another film coming up next. We're watching Night of the Living Dead next.
Skeleton Warriors.
Dude, I can't wait for that.
Oh, my lord.
Guys, that was The Wasp Woman as our warm-up film for the night. A pretty good warm-up. Very
Very good warm-up.
what's I'm looking for? Low impact. Very entertaining, very silly, very straightforward. I'm kind of glad they didn't have like the whole mad scientist trope. Like, really, his science was more or less, he wasn't
Very
really
grounded in reality.
Yeah, it wasn't really that crazy. He was just trying to make some really great cosmetics. It just happened to turn out that he couldn't warn them in time once he realized that it was turning things, into wasps. What's up, Machine Need? You're a little bit too late for a Queen Bee, dude. You just missed it. The movie's starting over again now. Brian says they hinted that she did know, though, because she kept shrugging off the pipe guy's absence and didn't want to hear about the security guys appearing, even when all the hints that his lunch pal and shit were still there. Well, I wondered, Brian, I didn't get that same thing out of it, but I did kind of think that was a possibility. Maybe the hornet, the wasp psychology was making her want to kind of ignore. Like maybe she knew subconsciously, right? That's kind of what I thought. Maybe she knew subconsciously, Brian. Jim said the scientist wasn't mad, and that's a crazy twist back then. Yeah, it seemed like everybody else was mad. He just got hit by a car. Dude, how crazy was it, Henry, that they were like, oh yeah, get hit by a car? Come to work, dude. It's no big deal. We'll just wheel you down here.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. It's like, this is the car.
I'm going to go very short break here, guys. Come right back with Night of the Living Dead. Before we do that, probably have a little, I'm going to ask Nero to give us a little preface before we get started with Night of the Living Dead, but that'll be in about 5 minutes.
Sure.
I will see you guys very shortly with that. I will be right back.
Yeah.
Katie says here, everybody knows when you fuck with the bees, you get the horn, huh? That's true.
The horn?
That's true.
It's not a horn. It's a stinger. What's wrong with you? God damn it, Katie.
She kind of had stingers on her hands. Remember she like stabbed people with her fingers.
They kind of look like lobster claws from far away, which is kind of funny.
They definitely look like gloves. They're definitely
they're very
gloves.
gloves.
So the stars are aligned.
And whenever she turned into the wasp woman, she had her turtleneck on, so it's like makes it a little bit seamless.
Brian says, well, she did tell the doctor at the end that something kept happening and she couldn't control it. I think she knew, but was hoping when he got better that he could fix it for her. Maybe you're right, Brian. I have to rewatch it to get.
There's also the 50s where a woman medical issues was simply ignored with like, oh, just get some bed rest and a cigarette, you're fine. That's how it goes.
This movie has some crazy characters in it, man. Like it was almost like it kind of reminds me like something you do at the playground as a little kid. Like everyone was the scientist. It was just bizarre. I love on the intro here. Even Jan is like somehow she knows all about the bees and the royal jelly, even though she's the CEO and the model of the corporation. Like
exactly.
She just like.
Do you notice in Corman films that like he has all these kind of like subtle characters that you don't follow for very long, and they're not very important to the plot, but they got funny lines and they're just kind of there.
Yeah, they're
like the two secretaries. The two secretaries have nothing to do with the movie besides the main secretary.
Well, how about the guys that brought in the bed? The whole bed subplot didn't go nowhere.
They get like one key scene, a funny line, and then it's like, oh, okay, he was a creep for like a little while, and that was it. That was like so cool.
That was funny. Fly like a butterfly, horned like a bee, says Salty Face. Crime says, were women still being branded hysterical in the 50s? Well, we saw it in this film, yeah.
Not as prevalent as it was in the 30s and the 20s, but it was still kind of like, give them a pep pill and they just need to like, go out and have a little day out with the girlfriends and have like, get yourself a little bit of wine and smoke a cigarette. You'll be fine.
Someone be in the bathroom.
It's very difficult for women back then in any kind of capacity to like get real medical help. Because up until I think 1980s, psychiatry was kind of brutal.
Why? What's wrong?
Like there's a whole subplot of like that. If you want to really get into it, it's like mental health was not taken seriously at all until the late 60s into the 70s. Yeah, and treatments were pretty. It's like, oh, this person is having violent episodes. Lobotomy.
That'll straighten them out. Flip Yogurt Brain. Just in time, Yogurt Brain. About to start playing some Night of the Living Dead. I'm getting my hands washed, guys, and be right back. My hands are all covered in apple pie.